So, I don't know about you guys, but this Kiely Rodni case seemingly brought out the worst in people. Now, we have seen the likes of Adventures with Purpose get attacked, and they've got attacked online for the way in which they have seemingly handled their end of the bargain, so to speak. You know, they've come forward, they've done what others failed miserably to do, and found Kiely in this body of water that had apparently been searched by law enforcement. And even that is a question in this case. We're still not 100% sure how accurate that is, and I've done other videos on that. But we've also seen content creators being attacked as well. We recently saw Zavgirl. She had someone come up on panel and they were basically gaslighting her. And I thought to myself, this is what a lot of content creators go through. They come onto the platform to create content, and this is a true crime niche. But it seems that unless the content creator is saying something that is palatable and it goes down easier, then people will attack them. They'll attack them for their content. I've seen it on here, and I don't say things to specifically offend people. The whole purpose of this channel is to provide an environment that looks at all the multifaceted elements of each case and brings them out and says, look, this is what could happen, this is what could have happened. And it enables people of varying thoughts to openly discuss what they think about a case, and putting people's heads together to see what makes the most sense. And at the moment we don't know what happened to Kiely. We may not ever know. That's the sad fact, that we may not ever know. It could be that on the 1st of November it's concluded that Kiely died as the event of a tragic accident, and then what we'll see is the people attacking the true crime niche, saying you all got it wrong, you all said that this was something else, and it's turned out to be an accident. And I thought to myself, how does that then conclude that this was an accident beyond any doubt? Because there is doubt. We've seen how this case has been handled. We've seen how law enforcement have fucked it and fumbled it from start to finish. So how could you even trust if they come out and said that this was a tragic accident? I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it isn't a tragic accident, or it wasn't a tragic accident. What I'm trying to say is that nobody can turn around and say this is 100% what happened. And there just seems to be some massive arrogance going around where people think that they can attack, whether it be other subscribers for having a differing opinion, or to go on to channels and attack the content creators for creating content because it doesn't run in line with what they think. Or again, we're going down this route of this victim blaming. They're so quick to turn around and say what you're doing is harming and upsetting the families, and how would you feel if this was your situation? And you almost feel like saying, well, it wouldn't be my fucking situation, because like in the Kiely Rodni's case, I wouldn't have let this many mistakes happen to eventually end up where it did. It wouldn't happen in my world. And I'm not saying that things couldn't happen, but I have children. And being a parent means that you do specific things to keep them safe. And it didn't happen in Kiely's case. Right up to the very last person, if we're going from the story in which we have been told, even the very last person to interact with Kiely let her down. And even that seems off. And this is Elsa, or otherwise known as Jane Doe 2. Possibly one as well. Who knows? But Elsa, in her own version of events, her own timeline, she placed her with Kiely around 12:30 with her friend, walking Kiely. She also said that Kiely was drunk. But yet she saw her walk to a car. So at that point, at that time of the evening, Kiely had fell down a hole. She'd had to be let out of the hole. She was offered a lift. Kiely turns the lift down, but then she walks to her car. Elsa then turns around and says that she was walking back to where they were parked, and she didn't leave until 1 a.m. But she recollected that no car had passed her. So no car had left. So even then, wouldn't you be thinking, based on other versions of events as well that she'd stated about how it was getting rowdy, the road had been blocked, there was aggression there, loud music, and you've got a 16-year-old girl who was drunk, and you haven't seen her go past you for half an hour, why would you not go back and check? Why would you not go and make sure that things are okay? So, do you know what I mean? But we are wrong to pick up on these things. We're wrong to mention these children. We shouldn't talk about it. We shouldn't rate. Well, what do we talk about then? What do you want us to talk about? You want the true crime niche to be about coming onto this platform and simply cooing over the family who fucked up. I don't understand, and people wonder why stuff like this happens, and wonder why the world is full of these mistakes being made. And then once the mistake has been made, this lackadaisical approach to getting shit sorted. I can't understand why nobody wants to fight for the rights of these children. I just don't get it. You've got, like I say, you've got people attacking people who will say the uncomfortable things and says, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why was this going on? And then you mention this person, and this person, their behaviour, and that's all wrong. You can't mention law enforcement and the way that they handled things, because that's wrong. What do these people want? What do these people want? It's like you are not allowed to talk about any red flags, and I don't understand it. I don't get it. Please let me know why you're just not allowed to talk about things anymore. We're living in a society where you've just got to keep your mouth shut because someone's going to get upset. Well, I'd hate to tell you, but nobody can make someone upset without their permission to do so. You can't criticise the true crime niche and say, oh, what you're saying is harmful to the family, and then you turn around and say, well, how is it harmful to the family? Oh, what, because the family is spending loads of time on social media watching what everyone's saying? Look, it is what it is. But today was just a little bit of a rant, and I do apologise. But I was just seeing so many things happen over the last few days, with people being attacked, like I say, subscribers being attacked by other people, again with different opinions, and content creators. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And there's some people with some massive superiority complexes that they feel that they can just say, you're wrong, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be talking about these things. Look, if I'm saying something because it's a red flag, and I can see, because I'm not an idiot, that what has happened could have been prevented, then I'm telling you now, I'm going to talk about it. And if it's unpalatable, if it upsets the person who should have done better, I don't give a shit. I'll see you all in the next one.